Wow. This is a special album right here. This is a special project.
It is to me. Yeah.
I've been listening the last couple days, and it's rare, I think, in this day and age to have music that is heartfelt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I noticed that this album is one of these joints that's like from the heart. The lyrics, the soundscapes, like the beats,
Yeah.
everything is it feels heartfelt. You know what I'm saying? Um but I want to get into it. I want to get into it. You know what I mean? I do have some specific questions for you about it and about some of the songs and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I am gonna put this on the wall so more people will see it. But maybe you could just let us know a little bit about you. I know you're from East Texas. What would you? How would you introduce yourself to cats and hip hop heads who never heard of you?
Man, just Picasso out of Tyler, Texas or whatever. Grew up on up northern music, Well, first it was more of southern church music or whatever, and then my brother, whatever my brother did, that's what I wanted to do. So that's pretty much it, really.
Word up, word up. So Tyler, Texas.
Yeah,
Um, I can't say I ever been out there, you know what I mean, but I've been nearby. I used to live in Lubbock, Texas. Tyler is out there, way out there by Dallas, right?
yeah. It's like an hour from Dallas.
An hour from Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the hip hop scene like out there?
Uh,
What up, Spit Education? Let me holler at the homies. I'm sorry. Jay Roberts in the place, White Zaddy, Spit Education. We got an interview going on right now with Picasso, dope MC out of Texas. Dollar sign on the S, you
yeah,
know what I mean? And he's just breaking it down a little bit. But what is the scene like out there? I don't associate Tyler, Texas with hip hop for some reason. Is there a scene? Is there a movement going on?
it's a movement down here, but it's not hip hop. I mean, it's probably that I know of. It's like one or two or three hip hop artists. You got like Trey Dez of AIM ENT.
Mm-hmm.
You got the guy that did songs with Al. He can rap, but he mostly.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty much it. And me.
Yeah. Okay, no doubt, man. So you're holding it down out there for the culture then.
For the most part, because I haven't ran into a lot of people like that spit it the way that I do, or emotionally charged music like I have.
Right.
Very few. A lot of it is just what you hear today. It's like you know, it's not a very variable selection out here as far as music.
Yeah. I got you. I got you. So what inspired Heaven Can Wait, man? What is the inspiration behind this? I grew up in the church. My dad was a preacher for many years. All my aunties, preachers, my uncles. So when I first heard the intro, church,
Yeah,
right? I heard the intro and it brought me right back because you have the organ playing. My dad was a pianist, so he would play the organ. And I was like, yo, this is hitting already. You know what I'm saying? What is some of the inspiration behind this project?
man, it is a mental health album, like a
Okay.
therapeutic release type of album, and as far as like the churchy feel on some of the stuff is just like the idea, the ideas that came to my head, like heaven can wait, and my mind just the way that it works and start piecing stuff together as far as the sound and all that kind of stuff like that. So, but yeah, I am a very soulful dude, and I did grow up in church, so it's probably naturally for me to lean to that type of genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. More people in the chat. What up, Mouse? What's going on? Alone Hunted. What's happening? She's so righteous. What's up, y'all? I'm here with Picasso, man. He has a great project out. It's called Heaven Can Wait. and I'm just trying to dig in a little bit and learn more about it. It's a project that I really like. I've been listening to it for the last few days, and I'm rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting some vibes like I, living in Texas, we get exposed to Texas rap, you
Right.
know, every once in a while, and I hate to compare MCs. I hate to say like, yo, you sound like this person or you sound like that person. But I know that these types of comparisons can be helpful sometimes, though,
Okay.
because it's like, yo, I have a certain style of hip hop I like. And if you say, yo, this is like the Wu, this is like Wu Tang, I might be like, yo, let me check it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that it's good to have these comparisons and stuff like that sometimes. But I when I first moved to Texas, cats out here, they put me on to UGK,
Yeah.
right? They put me on to UGK right away. Like it was like, if you in Texas, you gotta know about
Yeah.
UGK, right? And some of the
Uh-oh.
paused up, I was getting a call, my bad. But some of the production towards the end of the project, it's like it kicks up like that Southern UGK vibe starts to kick in a little more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I really feel like it's a very strong project. Do you listen to UGK or did you come up listening to them at all?
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
came
did,
up with
right?
all that. UGK, Zero. I mean, Bun B by himself. I mean,
Yeah,
Trey,
right.
Don Key, all that.
All of that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good music, man. It's good music. Um, I wanted to shout out my guy, and I would like you to link with him, regularcatradio.com.
Regular
So
camp.
he has a radio show on, I don't want to get it wrong. I want to say iHeartRadio. I'm not sure. I might be getting that wrong. But if you could link up with him, man, he has a radio show. He don't play nothing but straight hip hop.
Okay.
And I think one of your joints, a few of your joints would be perfect for his station, you know. Um, but I think one of my favorite tracks is the title track, Heaven Can Wait.
Yeah.
It comes right after the intro, and I started thinking about it like Heaven Can Wait. And you said it was a mental health, sort of like a project related to mental health and whatnot.
Yeah.
What do you mean Heaven Can Wait? Because I have my own ideas, but what do you mean? What is that from? What is that alluding to? You know what I'm saying?
Not to get too dark, but there was a certain point in my life where I had hit a bottom that I didn't feel like nobody, like I had people that loved me, but it didn't feel like it.
Yeah,
Didn't feel like they needed me. I didn't feel like I had a reason to be here. I didn't feel like none of that. And I really didn't care about myself or whatever. So that's kind of like that's what it's leaning towards or whatever.
I see.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's like for people struggling, like you struggling, maybe there's some depression or
And
things like that, and people start to have these thoughts,
yeah.
and you like, dog, yo, nah, yo, like heaven can wait, dog. Like we need you here right now. You know what I'm saying? Um, I feel that my cousin and I, his name is Bison, and we just dropped an album called Bison's Revenge, and on that album, there's a song called The Light, and it's dedicated. The first half of the song is for his brother-in-law who unfortunately went too soon. Like he felt like he had to go. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So and then the second part is for our grandmother who passed away of natural causes. But so that song is for like after the fact. It's like after we've lost people, you go to this song, The Light. You know what I mean? Your album is like people need to hear this before they go. You know what I'm saying? This is the album like for before somebody goes that they need to listen to. It's going to give you hope. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. How did so you sing too, right?
Yeah.
Because
I
I could have sworn I heard you singing on that joint.
I can hold a note, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I need help.
You
I
need help?
know some good voices or whatever. But my boy Bo, he's a hell of an engineer, and he be working miracles sometimes. So, but
Okay, word up. I see.
right, you know what I mean. But I think on that, the Heaven Can Wait, the title track, like he's saying, like that's all me and her, like that
Okay.
voice on there. Like you
Okay.
subtly, he has her as the lead on it, but that's my voice in the back singing behind it.
I heard you. I heard you, man. No doubt. Shout out to Faya. She's amazing. Dope MC, singer. I gotta shout her out. She's up in here. You know what I mean? Peace to everybody in the chat. I'm right here with my guy Picasso. We're talking about Heaven Can Wait, streaming everywhere now. You could even cop that joint from what is it, Apple Music,
Yeah,
or just stream it. Um, you know what I'm saying? So I read your bio, some of your bio, and I'm a nerd, so I like to, whenever I hear an album that I like, I want to learn more about the artist, and it leads to like, if they're willing to like do interviews like this, or me just nerding out trying to find everything about them, you know what I'm saying? And I read in your bio that you're a poet, and
yeah,
that is something that informs, how you write your raps and stuff like that in your music. How does poetry play a role in what you do?
man. It's like my music in total, like poetry is emotionally charged. Anything that I write is kind of like emotionally charged.
Right.
I started poetry because I fell in love with this girl or whatever. So I
Like a lot of us.
yeah. So I ran with it, and then they wanted me to start doing it at church, and so I did that, and I was really taking off with it, and then I don't know what happened after that as far as like going to church with it, but that's when I started leaning towards rap.
Okay. So do you perform, do you like go to like open mics and like, or perform your poetry or your music somewhere in your city?
I haven't yet.
You
Uh,
haven't yet? Okay.
yeah, even
Word
back,
up.
yeah, I was gearing up towards doing that, and so
Yeah.
these events that happened to where my path is, changed. So yeah,
Yeah, man. I was coming up in the open mic world, out in my city, and I started an open mic here, and um it's a great place to like network with other poets and also just be on the mic. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like it's a great way to like just be on the mic. Like there was a lot of MCs, local MCs that would come to the open mic and it was predominantly poetry, but they would be like, "Yo, put this instrumental on," and they turn it into a concert. You know what I mean? And it'll be like a poet, a rapper, and then a poet, and then a rapper, and we would and like try to organize it right. But I love the open mic scenes for poets and MCs alike. You know, yo, who produced this? Because the beats are clean.
man,
These beats are crazy.
they are. Uh, there's this guy named Blue Magic. He was one of the producers on it, and I ran into him by listening to. I don't know if you know about Astro the MC.
Astro,
Yeah.
Wayne.
Uh, nah,
All right, there's a dude in my city named Astro.
nah. This guy's from I think Astro from New York.
Oh, he's from New York. Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
But like
Okay.
he on he on Nas label.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
So he's the one who did your production.
No. He's who I found out about Blue Magic through.
Oh, okay, I got you. My fault.
Uh, Blue Magic, and I think I had a beat from Stoic. He's a guy, and then who else was it? Malika, I think,
Okay,
and
no
I
doubt.
that's it. I think I got all of those from them.
Yeah, yeah. It's clean, man. Like I was listening to. I did the car test. You gotta like you gotta you gotta play it in the car in the whip with the windows down. You know what I mean? Like you can't just like on the head. You gotta like let the windows down. You gotta let people hear it. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
gotta see what it sound like from the speakers. I had to do the car test on the way to pick up my little man from school the other day, and it was right. I was riding out, you know. I started thinking about a lot of stuff too. It made me think about a lot of different, just different life things that I'm going through, and you know, people I know are going through, you know. So it definitely hit my heart, man. Like the whole album, um, you know, and yo. Another thing about the album too, and I want to give you time to just talk your shit, you know what I mean? But the cover,
Yeah.
that cover is like that's art. Like I would buy just the cover just to hang up on the wall or something.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Because this it's artistic as hell, man.
Man, I was searching and searching and looking, and so finally, this girl made one for me. I was looking for Estrella, hi, graphic designers. My bad.
Yeah,
And so she ended up making one for me, and I knew that was the one. But I had a certain symbolism for it.
yeah,
My brother, he's like, "Yo, you know what you got?" And I'm like, kind of, sort of, or whatever, but I don't, because he real deep with the imagery and all that stuff, symbolism. So he gave me a very deep perception on what I actually had, as far as like the stars, meaning the chakras, the mind, the
yep,
the mind, uh, the time being laid on the side,
yep,
representing being in between heaven and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. It's a lot of symbology.
yeah, it's a lot in there. Like, you can spend a while just dissecting all of it.
I'm trying to find. I downloaded the album cover, and I'm trying to find it to project it on the screen here, but for some reason it ain't working for me. I want to project it, man, so people could see it, but it's okay, man. Like you can see it on my page right now, everybody. If you go to not right now because we here now, but if you go to Rap Seminar in a little while, you'll see the album cover. Oh no, I didn't post it to the page yet. I'll post it to the page today though, right after this. But yeah, what up, High Sunday? I see you in here, fam. What's good? I'm talking to Picasso right now. G, he has an album out. It's called Heaven Can Wait. Very soulful, very heartfelt. You know, it's for maybe you going through something right now. It's that type of music, man, that you just listen to. Like, you know, it's some music that I listen to with my homies, with my friends. We're going out or whatever, which hasn't been a long time because I'm old ass man right now and I haven't been going out.
So,
But then there's other projects that I listen to by myself that to really listen,
right,
like what is going on. You know what I mean? And um and I realized that this is one of those joints you listen to on your own, like, and just let it sink in. This is one of them joints that you could be at the crib, like about to go to sleep with your headphones on and listen to it. One of
right.
those kind of albums. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's probably like the first half of the album, and then
Right.
the second part of the album is where I'm coming out of the darkness or whatever. So it was structured to be where I was in my dark place and then starting to come out of my darkness. That's why you
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's why it picks up as the beats get a little harder too.
right,
You
right.
know. Oh, that's deep. Then so you thought about it. You thought about that like before you put the project together, or was that an intention you had, or you know you felt it and then you sequenced the songs that way after the fact? Because I always like to learn about how do people decide to sequence their songs on the project.
Right.
That's an art in itself. Is song sequencing and skits, and where do we put them, and how does it come together to tell the story and stuff like that. Did you already have an idea of the sequence before, or that's something that you put together after you was like, yo, let me see what we have, and then put it together?
It was kind of a before idea, but what solidified it was the intro church or whatever. So now
Okay,
the idea of me coming from this casket and then going back, all the way back to the end.
right, right. Yeah, that part is crazy when it's like that. What did he say in the what was it in the when he's coming out the casket? When you're coming out the casket, you said something like, "I ain't dead yet."
Yeah, I ain't
Was
did.
that what you said?
Yeah,
I ain't dead yet. Yo, that is a crazy scene too, because if you ever been to a funeral, like, and you see somebody in the casket, sometimes they look like they could still be alive, like
yeah,
they could still be there. It's a little eerie,
yeah,
you know. And then the fact that you kind of did that, I visualized it too, like somebody just like kicking the thing open, like, yo.
yeah. It was that part right there was more of a last second idea, but it came together because I was gonna rewrite an actual intro and rap it, but then that's when that came, and then I was like, okay, now this makes sense for the whatever else I got going on.
Right, right, no doubt, man, no doubt.
But I was
Um,
scared that people wouldn't get it at first. Like I thought they would skip because you really can't hear what's going on at first. Until
mhm.
the casket does open up, and then hopefully it made sense to people. But
Nah, it does. I caught it right away, man. Like between the title, the the organs, that like you, I knew what was going on. Like it was very, I was very aware of what that was. Um, you know, the title I think is really great at pulling everything together. Um, when I used to teach creative writing, and a lot of my students were struggling with titling their poems, or choosing a title for a collection of poems and stuff like that. And I always told them that the title is a place where you can reveal, um, you know, it's a way to tie everything together, so to speak. You know
right,
what I'm saying? Um, so yo, we got who's in here? Lou Reddy. What up, Lou Reddy? He said, "What's going on, fam?" That's one of your peoples or what? Well,
oh,
that's one of my peoples. What up, Lou Reddy?
was
I'm
good.
over here. You know, we chopping it up with Picasso, and we're talking about his album "Heaven Can Wait." You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful project. It, you know, it's thoughtful, and I want to say it's real,
Right,
and not real like cats have that definition of real today. Like, yo, I'm thugging, or you know, I'm just being honest. Not that. It's like real as in not attempting to portray a fake persona.
right.
You know, some people be like, yo, I'm real, and it's like they out here talking about killing people and shit, you
Yeah,
know? But it's like, dog, you ain't really out here killing people, so how is this real? You know what I mean?
yeah,
So to me, when I hear your album, one of the words that came to my mind was real. It's reality. It's not somebody trying to be someone else. Yo, shout out to my people in India, the P Fusao. What's going on? I hope everybody is good. Yeah, man. So real to me is the idea of being genuine,
right,
who you genuinely are. And it comes across like, you know, there's people who, yo, it's some cats who are so cool. They so cool. They invincible. You know what I mean? Like nothing can happen to them. Nobody could fuck with them. No one is a better rapper than them. They take everybody's woman away from them. You know what I mean? Like women just fall into their arms. Like it's too many of those MCs out here.
right,
You know, like that is a lie. Cats are not invincible. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I gravitate to MCs who are genuine in their message, right? And in what they do. I'm not saying don't have fun,
right,
you know, because sometimes you need a song to help you get pumped up and achieve something, right? Like I might need some Mob Deep, like,
right.
you know what I mean? I might need some crazy talk, right? Like some Griselda, like grimy, gritty, Conway the Machine, like,
Yeah,
but I apply it to my real life. Like, I got to go do a presentation at a university. I'm listening to Conway the Machine on the way because I got to get ready. I got to get pumped. Like, can't nobody fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to that. But I feel like there's a limit to how can an MC live up to that lifestyle, you know, and to that message. It's hard to keep up, I feel. You know, and so I want to commend you on an album that is heartfelt and that really feels genuine. You
Yeah.
know, it doesn't feel like you on the tracks lying to people. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's something that really hit me. What do you think about that? Because obviously you think about it or you have a point of view because you're not wasting your words. You know what I mean? Peace, Jen the God and Blonde Jew. I see y'all.
What up? What
Salute,
up?
salute, homies. Um, what do you think about that idea of like realness or reality rap or that idea of being genuine and stuff like that?
I that's pretty much all that I write. So if I say something in my song, it's like 95% of my songs have something that I either went through, I'm going through, or somebody else that I know. But 9 times out of 10, my music is about me. So I think it's a lost art, honestly. And nowadays in music, being genuine and trying to give real, actual music, everyday life music, and I feel like it's underappreciated.
Right. That's true. That's very true. You know, everyday life music. Um, and life is multifaceted though. So that's why I feel like it's a lot of lanes, you
Right.
know, like it's a lot of lanes, right? But I don't think we could be in that violent, destructive lane all day,
Yeah.
24/7. Like even Conway the Machine posts about like something he's going through,
Right.
you know, like on his page, if you notice, right?
Yeah.
And even he has songs that are like from the heart where you might hear it and shed a tear. And that's the Machine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Um, my guy Jen the God said, I write fiction sometimes, but I use it as a creativity tool to explain reality. Not like bragging about stuff I don't do, but use creative concepts. Nah, that's very true, Jen. Like, um, you know, that balance is important, but fiction writers, like you said, fiction, right? There is a saying that sometimes you gotta lie to tell the truth, right? So, for example, it doesn't mean lie and not be genuine, but like if you're a filmmaker, you might make a movie like Scarface,
Right.
which is violent and gory and bloody and a tragedy, to teach lessons, though, real life lessons. You know what I'm saying? So I see what Jen the God is saying here that sometimes we got to tell a lie to teach a lesson, you know, and telling the lie is creating the story. Like it
Right.
might be a fictitious story or whatever, but there's still jewels
Right.
in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hold up a second. We got some chatting going on in here. Shakespeare didn't. Oh, wait, hold up. Okay, hold up. Lou Reddy said, "Nah, you gotta have balance." Word. Conway is an Aquarius. Okay. Shakespeare didn't do a lot of stuff he wrote about. Okay, word up. Or Edgar Allan Poe. Okay, word. Then they said Shakespeare was a woman. Blonde Jew says Shakespeare was a woman. That's very interesting. And it's funny that y'all are getting into Shakespeare and shit, but there is talk that he was maybe a woman or maybe he was gay, right? Because there's a lot of ideas. Anyway, this is something totally different. It doesn't matter. But Shakespeare made up a bunch of shit like Hamlet and shit,
Yeah.
and we get real life morals from it, right? But in that, if you read Hamlet or whatever, it's not all wilding out. There's heartbreak, there's sorrow, there's dealing with emotions or whatever it is, you know, and we learn from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Miss Nikki Wright, hello, hello. He said definitely not gay or a woman. Um, so
I've
we
never.
dropping literature up in here. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm with Picasso. He has an album out. I keep saying album. Is it an album or would you consider it like an EP? Because it's like 9 tracks, I think. I'm looking at it up here.
I think an EP is like 4 or 5, right?
4 to 5, yeah.
The I
So he has an album out. It's called Heaven Can Wait. I've been really rocking with it, which is why we here on the live. You know what I mean? Like I had to see what was up with my man because I learned he's from Texas. That's where I'm at. And so Snowblind Beats, what's going on? I see y'all. Snowblind Beats, yo, amazing production out of that camp right there. Check them out. Check out Snowblind Beats. Very dope production. Um, so okay, so regular cat radio said, but the industry made it. Whoever can tell the biggest lie gets paid the most. Woo!
That's truthful.
Is
That's
that factual?
yeah. Cause
I
you
wonder about that, man. I wonder about that because like it's like um yo, we got a lot of heads in the house right now. What up, y'all? Peace to everybody, you know? Um we got a dope artist from France in here. I see you, homie. You know what I mean? He's been drawing all the like Conway the Machine, West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher skateboard decks, painted
yeah
them all beautifully and stuff. My guy, I can't even pronounce his name, man. Befauner, something like that. Befauner1, amazing artist. Hit him up. But yeah, man, it's many styles of music. I'm not saying don't do this, don't do that. I'm just saying I appreciate MCs who are genuine, like no matter what they're spitting, you know, and genuine to you could be today you talking about loss and heartbreak or just regular everyday stuff.
right
And tomorrow it could be like, yo, I'm chopping somebody's head off because that could be who you are. You know, that's genuine to you, you know. Um, but yeah, man. Yo, what else? I feel like I might be missing something. What do you want people to know about Heaven Can Wait?
that for the most part, if you're going through something, it's okay to ask for help. That's the biggest thing. Like I really didn't understand it until I started working on this album because I had a mixtape I was about to do that I just completely trashed because it didn't feel right. And so when I started the journey on this, like I started to learn more about myself and my mental health issues and starting to look at the way that I grew up, what grew me to be this or whatever. So I mean, it's okay to get ask for help, because you see a lot of people that need help and they don't ask for help, and then you have the idea of what a man is supposed to be, and that's how I grew up. That you got to take that on because you're a man. So
Yeah,
I think that's another narrative that we actually need to change. That it doesn't make you weak to ask for help. You're only building yourself up.
that's true. That's true. You said something very interesting that hit me. You said we grow up with this definition of what a man is supposed to be. You know, you there's this definition of what a man is supposed to be, and you grow up and that's the standard, and you try to meet that standard, and maybe you don't. That's an impossible standard.
Right.
Like men are supposed to like not be emotional. Men are supposed to just take it like whatever it is, whatever hardship, and not speak on it, not cry about it, not open up your heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we're supposed to be tough and rugged and unfazable and unfuckwittable. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's a tough narrative to fulfill. It's a tough role to fulfill if you think that's what it's supposed to be, because it's almost impossible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I analyze lyrics, for example, there are a lot of perspectives that people can use to analyze songs and literature, right? And songs, I believe, fall into literature,
Right.
especially depending on the writer, of course. But there are many approaches, and in the academic world, they call it critical analysis approaches. Okay, so if I'm going to use a critical analysis approach on this album to kind of analyze and see what are you really saying about life and society, I could look at it through the role of gender. And when we think about the role of gender, we listen to the writer or the song, we read the lyrics, and we're thinking to ourselves, what is this writer to ourselves? What is this writer saying about manhood, right?
Right.
What is this writer saying about womanhood, right? What is their definition of manhood? You know what I mean? And a lot of writers in hip hop, their definition of manhood is all the things we just explained, right? Being unfazable, you're tough, no one can fuck with you, all the honeys love you, like this invincibility, super macho. It's a hip hop thing, right? So we could read the lyrics, and if I read through your lyrics, what I'm seeing is that you are not saying that men need to be tough and unfazable. You're saying that men can speak on their hardships, right?
Right.
We can share with others when we're going through something that's difficult. Like, it's okay to talk about your feelings or your emotions or whatever. It's okay to cry or whatever, or to go through things, because we all do. You know what I'm saying? And that's a very different narrative than what mainstream rap is showing us, right? So I really dig it, man. That's really dope right there. Let me see. There's more people in the comment. Do you want to build on that, or let me see? Jen said, to lie means to purposely contort the truth, but the truth is relative. Okay, like life occurrences. I got you. So to lie is to manipulate reality to your own perspective. Okay, I see what you're saying. Perception is reality, but reality is beyond perception. Right, right. And like truth is relative to, okay, we get into it. Personal truth, right? Personal truth. So Alone Hunted said, changing the narrative is our goal, right?
Right.
Changing the narrative, because how many men do commit suicide a year? It's a lot. It's mostly men who commit suicide.
Right.
If you look at the statistics, right? Why is that? Maybe it's these impossible standards that have been created
Yeah.
for us.
And not. I think you got to know yourself too. No,
Yep.
I think it's a lot of it too. And
Know yourself.
yeah, but for the biggest part, what we already had talked about, not getting help because you think you'll be talked about a certain way or people will perceive you a certain way. But at the end of the day, your health is number one. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I thought about, because I'm a veteran too. So I thought about those guys. We always post about the 22 that lose their lives or however long it is. Like, I think about those guys too. And I think it needs to be put out there more than it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it taken serious. And it's not even just the veterans, just suicide in general, mental health in general. Like, we have to really start to get a nag on it, because at this point in time, like even with that pandemic, like that right there just really showed a lot of people, or it should have shown a lot of people, like mental health is really a thing, and we really have problems that we live with every day that we don't even know we have, because we haven't sat back to look at, why do I even feel like this? Or,
Yeah.
you know, you got a whole bunch of questions, but you don't have a lot of people wanting to get the answers, and you don't have a lot of people trying to give answers, I feel like, from what I've seen.
Right. That's crazy, man. Yeah, it's hard though. It's you know, to seek answers, you got to know the questions,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like you said, sometimes we don't even know what's going on with our own heart, with our own selves. You know, like, why am I feeling like this? What is going on with me? You know? And I definitely can resonate with that message, you know. What's up, Chrome Salazar? What up? What up? Um, Alone Hunted, just here to support my boy and his album, you know. Alone Hunted. Who's that? That's your peoples right there, then.
Yeah, he's the one I did the song with on Give In Tonight.
Okay, I got you. All
So
right, salute, man. Amazing work on that album. You know, it's called Heaven Can Wait. For those of you who are not up to date on what it is, Exert Beat says, "We know what's in our hearts. We just hold back." There you go, right? And you know, and my wife was just talking about this too. Sometimes carrying all that weight and all that, whatever it is that we don't even know what it is sometimes, that can have like physical manifestations
yes,
in our bodies, in the way we act and what we do in our actions. You know, it could create an illness or something like in you. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Like, because you hold it on, it's like emotions are tied to physical health too, right?
yeah. That's why for me music was before I even started trying to take it serious or whatever, because I never have, but I've always used it as an outlet. Whether I got mad, whether I got sad or I felt lonely or something like that, I could always land on my pen and music, poetry and music.
Right, right. Yeah, man. If you were to read my I have a book of poems, right? And they're about like my issue when I was writing it was like these aren't just about like one theme. Like sometimes there's a writer and he's like, yo, I'm gonna write about like every poem's gonna be about like the mountains or some shit. Or we're gonna revolve around. But my collection is like hitting all kinds of subjects and it's all over the place, you know?
Right.
And I have one poem that's like about my friends who moved here from Palestine as immigrants, and I'm the one who gave them their first slice of pizza when we were kids, and they were like, "What is pizza?" You know. But then I have another poem. It's called the nigga poem, and it's about how everybody is niggas.
Hey, I am a firm believer in that, honestly.
We all, you know, some kind of nigga. You
Anybody-
know what I mean? Like, and it's like, and it's a crazy poem. It's like a rant. It's angry,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But you know, so I'm not trying to tell people like, yo, you gotta always write like this or you gotta always do this. You know, I believe in diversity and today you feel this way, tomorrow you feel that way. That's what like being human is, you
right.
know. And if your music is your outlet, then it's only natural that you're gonna have different types of songs, different types of music and vibes to match what is happening in life, you know. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Let me see here. Lone Hunter said words, okay, word most death has power. Oh, words most death have power. Yeah, they do. They do. And Jen the God, now he's quoting the Bible. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and God was the word, right? So, oh my God. So we're dealing with the energy of creation, right? When you create,
Yeah,
when you created Heaven Can Wait, that album did not exist before.
right,
Nobody heard that album until you made it, right? So now it's a real thing that it's tangible. We could listen to it. We could see the cover. That came from your creative mind, right? And you manifested it like God manifested the world,
yeah,
or
yeah.
you know, if you believe in God or whatever, right? Whatever God is to you,
Right,
maybe this shit was a big bang. That's still an energy. If it's a big bang, it's still an energy of creation that created us, right?
right,
So when the word was with God, right, and you're writing your words, what are you doing? Like you're creating a world. Like I can listen to your music and I can see that person stepping out the casket. It becomes real. Like the words disappear and the images remain,
right.
right? Look at these writers like Harry Potter and the people who did like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and all that shit. Like they created worlds and people like swear to God like this shit is real. Like they're repping Hogwarts and shit and like they love these characters that are not real people.
Right.
But they love these characters. That's the power of creation that we share as writers, you know, and that we can tap into. Um, Yo, I had no idea this conversation was going to go this way.
Say, I
I didn't
mean,
know we was going to get deep and start talking about life meanings and stuff like that.
but that's I mean, that's what I like to do is start the conversation on because me and my homeboys we sit around and we talk about life all the time, just real stuff like that we actually go through and all that. But normally it turns deep. I mean, you
Yeah,
just absorb information or whatever. So, but yeah,
right. And you know, like you said, a conversation starter, and the you know the album is definitely that. I think it's more than just a conversation starter. I think we can find a lot of hope in it, and we can also hear somebody that we can relate to. Because you know, when I listen to rap, unfortunately, it's just a lot of cats I just can't relate to. I feel like they're not talking to me.
right, right,
You know, they ain't speaking to me. Like, even some of my favorite like MCs that I grew up listening to, when they drop something now, I feel like I'm not their audience anymore.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and stuff like that. So, you know, I could definitely relate to what you were doing. Yo, shout out Jamil Honesty in the building. We got to link up, Jamil, for real. You know what I'm saying? Dope MC. Let me just give some shout outs, man, just real quick. Hit up Jamil Honesty. Yo, everybody in the chat, follow Jamil Honesty, top tier lyricist. Follow my guy Jen the God, Jenny the God, Genesis. Hit him up. Alone Hunted. Follow Alone Hunted. Very thoughtful person, you know, up in here. You know, the Tank Furman, you know, everybody who's in the chat, follow each other. You know what I'm saying? Regular Cat Radio. If you're an MC in the building, hit up Regular Cat Radio. He has a radio show on iHeartRadio. He puts nothing but real hip hop out, and all his peoples are like he has a whole team and shit. So hit up my guy, man. Regular Cat Radio, good dude. You know, he's spinning my cousin's album on the daily, and you know, and most definitely follow my guy Picasso. His handle is I am Picasso, I
yes,
believe. Picasso S with a $ S. And listen to his album. It's called Heaven Can Wait. Heaven Can Wait. You gotta peep that. You know what I'm saying? So what else, G? What else you want to touch on before we close this out and you know, move on with our day and whatnot?
man, I gotta. She probably ain't gonna like it, but I gotta shout my wife out. The song "Bad" that I made that one for her or whatever. So, yeah,
Oh, word up. Okay.
yeah,
I got to go back and listen to that one again. Now that I know that,
yeah,
it changed how I listen to the joint. You know what I mean? So it's called Bad. That's Bad. Looks like it's track. What track number is that?
let me see. It's either 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
7.
Oh, there it is. Yep, I see it. It's track 7. I see it. So that's her on there. Or you dedicated that one to her. Who's the feature though?
Uh, this
Jason
guy,
Ray?
yeah, this guy named Jason Ray. He real
Okay.
cold with it, man. He nice.
Okay. No doubt. No doubt, man. So what else, man? What do we need to know? Like, where can we find your music? Your merch, like whatever you want to promote, man. Like, this is your
Man,
time. You know what I'm saying?
uh, go follow Al 100 like you was talking about. The label, we getting the label together. 100 ENT. So we'll be on the lookout for us. The girl that featured on the song "Heaven Can Wait," Shell Ray. She on the label too. Go follow her. I think she got a single out on iTunes. Um, we just coming like that, man.
No
I'm
doubt.
working on getting the merch and stuff like that. Like I'm still learning like this whole
Yeah.
entire process. It's a
It
real
really is. It really is.
yeah.
Salute, Kiyoshi Music. I see you, man. Kiyoshi Music, I see you. I see you working. I know you got the dope workshops online for writers and for MCs and whatnot. So
Hey,
Kiyoshi Music, that's a good dude. He's homies with my guy Rhymecology, Jeff. So let me hit him up. Um, but everybody, yo, download this album. It's called Heaven Can Wait. It's definitely an important project, I feel, in the ocean of music that's out. This is one you got to take some time out and just when you have some quiet time, check that out. You know what I'm saying? There was another thing I wanted to say, and then my guy Kiyoshi came in, and I got all happy because he's like a superstar, you know.
oh
So,
yeah,
there was one more thing that I wanted to say before we log out. What was it?
appreciate it, man.
Oh, I was saying Al alone hunted. I was saying alone hunted, but it's really Al 100.
Yeah.
Let me correct that. I'm a perfectionist with people's names, man. Al 100. My bad, man. I didn't mean to say your name, your handle wrong, King. You know what I mean?
Nah,
But
you good.
oh, this is what I wanted to say though. You said you're trying to get your merch going,
Yeah,
right? The merch. Okay, so this is gonna sound like a selfless plug, all right, and a selfish plug, selfish plug. I help people get their merch going. You know, if anybody's in here and you need merch or you need to get it going, I can show you how to set up your drop shipping website so that you don't have to pay any money out of pocket to get your merch popping. All you got to do is have your designs and you create the design, the mock-ups, and you can advertise those and people cop, they pay the cost and you get the profit. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody in here wants to learn about drop shipping, I could literally walk you through step by step to set up your online shop that does not require any investment at all. Stock, you don't need any stock. You don't need a run of t-shirts. You don't need a bunch of blank hoodies. The drop shipping company will package, label, print. They print, package, label, and ship your product. And the receipt has your logo on it and everything. So it looks like it came straight from you. You know
sir.
what I'm saying? So if anybody needs help getting their merch popping, hit the link in my bio, book a consultation with me, and I'll walk you through the whole process. That consultation might be the only thing you have to pay for when it comes to getting your website going. You know what I'm saying? Except for designs.
Right.
You got to get a design, or sometimes you don't even need designs. If you have a quote from your lyrics, you just type it into the portal and it'll design it on the shirt, and you got your mock-up. You download the mock-up, you can slang it for free, you know, and just get the profit. So yeah, I just had to plug that because people hit me up about merch, and I've been doing my merch store for about 4 years, 3-4 years. If you want to see it, go to rapseminar.com and you can see all my merchandise, and all of that stuff is mostly all is drop ship except for the shorts that are there. Anyway, let me stop
I was gonna
talking so
ask you
much.
about them shorts though. Like I done checked out the merch. The shorts is nice. How
Yeah,
yeah, I was how you do the shorts?
the shorts were crazy. So the shorts, I'm into, you know, my fam's all from New York, right? So
Right.
I grew up when I was in the Bronx playing basketball, right? And back in the day on the East Coast, there was a shop, there was an artist, I'm sorry, a shorts store called Olaf's. So the Olafs are like the ultimate basketball shorts to me. You know what I'm saying? And I've been searching for the Olafs and where are the Olafs. And so I found a distributor who sold me the blanks. He sold me I bought a bunch of blanks wholesale from him. And then I took those blanks to a local printer that prints for football teams.
Mm-hmm.
He does all the jerseys for football teams. And I just took my design to him. I designed it myself in Photoshop, and I showed him the markups, and that he printed them for me and all that. But those joints cost more than I wanted them to because it cost me a lot. And so honestly, no lie, my cost per pair was $50 per pair. So it was a bad business move on my part, and I learned a lot about it. You know what I mean? I sold them all. I gave a lot away, but I sold the rest. You know, but still, like, I think I might have a few pairs still on the low that I kind of held on to. But that was a whole mission, man. But the drop shipping, like, if you're just trying to get started with your merch, there is no reason why you shouldn't have a drop shipping a store. You know, because it's dope. Like, let's say you have fans in China, right? And you got your hoodies that you printed in your hometown. Yo, you know how much it's gonna cost to ship to China?
A lot.
A lot, right? And if you
Yeah.
don't have your if you don't know what it costs, you might end up paying more in shipping than what the product is worth. You know what I mean? So what the drop shipping companies do is they have factories all over the world. So your fan in China orders something, they get it delivered from the factory that's closest to them, right?
Yeah.
And you can even set it up where it arrives in your packaging with your logos on it and all that. Like, it's crazy what they do now, you know? But yeah, so Al 100 said, do you review R&B albums? I can. We haven't reviewed any R&B albums yet, but we totally can. We can analyze anything that has words. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. But yo, this has been very real, man. Very real, very genuine. Is there anything else you want to say to the peoples, man, before we log out of here?
Man, just like it, share it. If you don't like it, I don't mind criticism. Like, I like that because that helps me grow as an artist. Because I want to continue to grow as an artist. Because I don't think I'm at my best. So, I mean, you're probably never at your best or whatever. But yeah, like it, share it. If you don't like it, let me hit me in my DM and let me know what you didn't like about it. And just keep on. Yeah.
Word up, man. So again, this is Picasso. His album is called Heaven Can Wait. Beautiful project. He's from East Texas. So tap in. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on with him. Listen to the album. And definitely recommend it to people who you know, your friends, people who might be going
Right.
through something, because it's a good album, man. And it starts somewhere and it ends someplace else. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So salute, big respect. You know, here's one of the things I did from my drop shipping store. You can get mugs made and everything, man. You know what I
That's
mean?
dope, man.
But yo, big respect to everybody up in here. What up, Greek Hunter? I see you. We're about to log off. I'm gonna post this to the wall. I'm gonna post it for a second, take it down, make it look pretty, and I'm gonna put it back up. But follow my guy Picasso at I am Picasso on IG, and listen to his album, man. All right. Peace, man. Thank you so much.
All
Shout out
right,
to
man.
everybody in the chat for making it a very lively conversation.